Oh, my chair's all messed up. There we go. Today I wanted to share some comments on this. The Preppers, written by one of my viewers, David F. Larson. There you go. The Preppers, David S. Larson. I just started reading this. When I retired, I did a lot more reading. I think I'm going to be getting back and doing some reading. This is like 450 pages. Um, a local Chicago guy. It's written from a perspective of, I guess he's a veteran. He's a veteran too. He leaves long posts on my videos. Why he watches me, I have no idea. But anyway, he's an awesome writer. This is the first time I've read fiction in a while. I've did a lot of biographies and stuff when I retired, and this is a story about electromagnetic pulse knocking out the Midwest, and a gentleman who's involved in the aftermath, and it's set in Chicago. Set in Chicago. I'm 40 pages in. 40 pages into this and can't put it down. My God, it's got a lot of detail, a lot of descriptive writing, a lot of things to think about as I read that. Like I said, I'm a prepper too. I've gotten involved in prepping in the last 4 or 5 years, and brings up a lot of things you need to think about, and is so even though it's fiction, this this kind of brings up a lot of things you need to think about, especially when you posed with some of the challenges that the character Jack is confronted with in this book. He's I'll just give you a little taste. Gentleman goes to work one day in downtown Chicago, and his boring life is totally transformed into a survival mode. He's a ex military guy, and just living his life off in the suburbs, and things just escalate into Mad Max almost here in Chicago. Yeah, who would have thunk that Mad Max would have occurred? And it was written in like 2019, and let's just say David has a pretty good grasp on reality. He's been thinking about this for a while, and he's got a pretty. But he's based on where we're at and today. He kind of saw it coming. It looks like. So a great book. I'll be talking more about it. And David, if you're out there, get in touch with me. I'd like to talk to you, guy. Like to talk to you. It's you're an awesome writer, and I see you've written another book here. I need to see about getting that. It's only like $17 on Amazon. I said, hell, what the hell? This guy's been watching me. I'm gonna support him, and that'd be more of like a prepping book. But in a way, it is. But it's kind of takes you the long route to figure it all out. But anyway, enjoying the book, David. Hope you're doing well. He lives in the Chicago area. It sounds like he's a vet, so maybe it's somewhat of a self biography. Maybe, not sure. Need to find out more about David and his background, and just wanted to say, hey, it was a money well spent, and enjoying it, and we'll be finishing it up in the next couple of weeks. So there you go, guys. Thumbs up for David, and he is. I mean, I don't think I could write like that. I mean, this is like professional writing, I guess. I don't know. He must have read a lot of nonfiction, because he just goes into excruciating detail, and I can relate to some of these situations and stuff, especially the first couple of chapters where he's talking about, being almost like a machine and going into work every day, and you see the same people. You wonder about those people. You don't even know their names, but you see them every day. Um, it's yeah, corporate America. David, I think you worked for corporate America at one point. So lot of common things that I've experienced in my life have come out in the first couple of chapters. Go figure. Go figure. But it's a bell ringing of a book. The Preppers, David F. Larson. Find it on Amazon. Have it sent to you. It's a huge book, though. My God, I was expecting like 250 pages. It's like 475, and there's not even any like notes, about the author. It's missing that. It's missing a good write up on the author and the thought behind it and all that good stuff. But anyway, great book and written by the community that watches this. I still confounded anybody watches my videos, to be perfectly honest with you. But hey, what the hell? I'll keep doing it. It's kind of like self-therapy here at this point, right? Self-therapy. And if I can help someone get through what the hell's going on in this world, I hope it does. But anyway, um, yeah. And then going back to this, and David didn't even have any of this in his book. David, you need to put this in your next books. I also Google or when you're on the tube, put this in the search bar. There's a couple of videos out there where someone actually tests this on a paper person. You can see how far this thing sprays, and it also, I didn't realize it's bright orange. So like when you spray somebody in a crowd or something, you can pick them up later. The police can pick them up later. This is like bright orange. It leaves a bright orange stain on anything it hits. So check this out. You can buy this on Amazon too for $8 or $9 a bottle, can, whatever it is. It's all part of your preps, people. And then this here too. You can get this at, I can get this anywhere. I'm not giving financial advice, but you can get this at your local pawn shop. I like to get mine at SD Bullion on the internet. They're a great company to work with, have no problems. They order the stuff online. They got a pretty good selection. And they send it pronto once they get their check, which takes like 5-6 days, and they cash it and it clears. They send it, so it's like a 2-week process if you send a check through the mail. So there you go. SD Bullion. This is real money, folks. Been around for 5,000 years. This stuff losing value every day. Every day it's losing value. I think the market's down today. But things are headed to wildness, folks. I heard today that they're putting up the fence around the United Center area for the DNC. As it's going to get wild. We're going to have this. The media is going to have some news once the DNC comes to town. I just have a feeling. I mean, if you're a historian, I need to do some research on what 1968 was about. But there was a lot of protesting in 1968, and according to some folks that commented on this channel that were around or were older in 1968, I was really young back then. But anyway, the cops beat the hell out of the protesters in 1968. They weren't as restrained as they're going to be this go around here in Chicago, and it was because of the mayor back then, Richard Daley. We got virtual reality this morning. I've been aware of prepping since Y2K. Sounds like an interesting book. It is a good book if you like fiction, but it's got a lot of prepping intertwined. So, you can think about the situations, and maybe you are not as prepared as you are. Our prepping skills will come handy if Kamala Harris, Giggles, and Tim Waltz Tampon are elected. Excuse me, selected. Yeah, I understand virtual reality. You're on the right path. if you like reading, this is a pretty decent book. Pretty decent book, and it's not too far from reality. Let's just say that. Um, I'm like I said, I'm only 40 pages in, and I'm like, yeah, I can see this happening. And I've always said that at some point, the solution to the deraveling of civilization or unraveling of civilization here in Illinois is to put like a Berlin Wall around the city of Chicago and just throw oodles and oodles of boomer sticks. You know what boomer sticks are? But just throw oodles and oodles of boomer sticks over the wall and let the people sort it out. And that way we protect the people in the burbs, right? Um, it's starting, the violence and the unraveling starting to work its way into the suburb, the fabric of the suburbs. There's some nasty suburbs, and some of those nasty suburbs are not too far from me. They're not too far from me. So everybody needs to be prepared. Everyone needs to think about some of the scenarios, as many of the scenarios that you can, because especially with this book, this talks about electromagnetic pulse, which is kind of like a nuclear bomb type of scenario. And most of the cars were ineffective and didn't work. The elevators didn't work. Cell phones didn't work. A lot of things didn't work. And yeah, that's a nightmarish scenario. It's a Mad Max, and can be reality pretty quick. So think about it. I mean, like I said, I've thought about it too, and I need to probably beef up some of my foodstuffs and maybe get some more water. We're always in need of water. Water is probably your biggest thing that you want to make sure you have. Maybe get yourself some filters. Even if you have like a water source close to your house, you need a way to filter it. And it may not be as clean as you think it is. So you need to spend some money on some good filters and maybe some water storage vehicles. So anything can happen, folks. Really, think back 3 or 4 years. Anything can happen, and it can happen pretty quickly. And if you're not prepared, you're SOL. You're SOL. So there you go. I don't know what else I was going to talk about today. I just wanted to get out on here and let David know that I got his book. And man, it's amazing book, amazing book. So if you, I'm not getting, I paid for this, so it's not a free plug or anything. I paid for this book. I'm just saying, hey, I was pleasantly surprised at his skill. My gosh, he's a skillful writer. David, you should do some more writing. You're a very good writer, and it's an interesting subject for people to digest and think about and ponder. And I'm sure it's going to raise a lot of scenarios that people should really think about a little more. Because the character Jack, who is a Marine veteran, is kind of caught downtown, and he's doesn't have much to go on. He's not toting or packing anything. He's just caught in downtown Chicago, and he needs to get out. So that's where we're at right now in the first 40 pages. Interesting book, and glad that I took the step to purchase it on Amazon. Amazon, like, share, subscribe. This is DJ Wonder Chrissy. Check out all my content, folks. We've been doing daily podcasts like this, different formats. We're doing the vertical format today. Sometimes we do a fancy format. We got some shorts out there, been doing some posts, got some memes out there, and telling you to check out what's happening over the pond in the UK. There's a lot of censorship going on over there. people are pushing back against their government due to the migrant situation over there. They've got lots of migrants and they're spending lots of money on the migrants. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Yeah. And the police are trying to break up the protests. The people are trying to protest. They've had enough of the migrants. They had enough of their government, and it's getting interesting over there. And now they're even saying if you're posting propaganda or memes about it in the UK, they can put you in jail. My God, I'm glad that we broke away from them in 1776, right? We used to be a part of them. Now we're not. Thank God. Um, those people in England are crazy. How they support the king and the queen, I've never understood that. I really not into this king and queen stuff, but most of the Brits that I've met, they love the king and the queen for some reason. I do not understand it, but anyway. So there you go. Get ready, folks. I hope you're spending some time preparing as I mean, we're like 88 days before the selection election, and who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. It's Monday, August 12th. Have a bell ringing day. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago, 75 degrees. I think I'm going to take the convertible out for a ride this afternoon. We need to run some errands, so going to take the convertible out, and it's a beautiful day for that. Not too hot, not too cold, just right, just right. So we'll end this podcast as we always do with a hand slap and a see ya.